Dear students, welcome back. I hope all of you are fine and fit at home. And in our previous accountancy classes, we studied the theory related to not-for-profit organizations. In our today's class, we will move on to the problem section where a sure 12 marks problem will be asked in the final exam. And let's move on to that. And before that, if you remember, we said in our theory, not-for-profit organization prepares three important financial statements, namely receipts and payments account, income and expenditure account, and a balance sheet. And today we are practically seeing how to work out the financial statements. I hope all of you have read the problem number 4 in page number 6 of the first chapter, and you have already drawn the columns of income and expenditure account and balance sheet in your notebook, and you are ready with your notebook and problem number 4. Okay, so let's move on to that problem, and quickly we will have a glance on what is given in the problem. So let's see the problem there. Just read it once again. Let's read it together. We'll see there. Following is the balance sheet and receipts and payments account of Durga Sports Club. It is given. After that, you are given a balance sheet as on 31/3/2017. There you need to make a small change there. Just to change it. It should be balance sheet as on 31/3/2016. Make the correction. Instead of 17, it should be 16. So one balance sheet is given to you. Liabilities and assets are given. After that, you will see you are given a receipts and payments account for the year ending 31/12/2017. You have to make a correction there once again. It should be 31/3/2017. You have done the correction? Okay. So now it is like this. They have given you balance sheet as on 31/3/2016, and they have given you receipts and payments account for the year ending 31/3/2017. Then after that receipts and payments account, you are given 5 adjustments. Let's read the adjustments first. Subscription outstanding for the year 2017 is ₹3,000. Second one, subscription received in advance for the year 2018 is ₹1,000. Third point, depreciation on sports materials is charged ₹5,000. Fourth one is capitalized entrance fees, and fifth one is outstanding lighting charges ₹300. And they have asked you to prepare, it continues, prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet as on 31/12/2017. Make a correction there once again. It should be 31/3/2017. Okay, this is the problem given to us. In a short way, if I have to say what is given to us in the problem, we are given one balance sheet, a receipts and payments account, and adjustments. The balance sheet which is given in the problem will be considered as either previous year's balance sheet, or we say it is a opening balance sheet of current year. So see the date there, it is 31/3/2016. See the date of receipts and payments account, it is 31/3/2017. So in this problem, we consider that 2017 is the current year, present year. 2016 is the previous year, and 2018 is the next year. So this is clear to you. 2017 is current year, 2016 is previous year, and 2018 is next year. How to make it out as a current year or last year? You have to see the receipts and payments accounts date. So receipts and payments account year given is 2017. So that we consider as current year. Therefore 16 is the last year and 18 is next year. So see the date of the balance sheet. They have given 31/3/2016. So it is considered as previous year. So we say the balance sheet given in the problem is considered as either opening balance sheet of the current year, or it is considered as the closing balance sheet of the previous year, or in simple we will say like this, it is the balance sheet of last year. And you are given receipts and payments account, that is of current year. Then you are given adjustments. Now by looking at these three things, that is previous year balance sheet, current year's receipts and payments account and adjustments, we need to prepare income and expenditure account and balance sheet, that is on 31/3/2017. That means that is the end of the current year. Now how to prepare it, we will see. They have asked us to prepare two accounts, income and expenditure account and balance sheet. So first we are starting with the income and expenditure account. How to prepare it, or what should be the heading of the account? We have already drawn there. Just have a glance. Income and expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2017. That is the end of the current year. That should be the heading given. Then income and expenditure account has two sides, debit side and credit side. So I have written here DR and CR. Then just look at the columns. So though we say income and expenditure account, expenditure comes first. That is on the debit side, because last year we studied debit the expenses and losses, credit the incomes and gains. That was the rule of accounting. So we have written expenditure on the debit side and incomes on the credit side. This is clear to you. And we have drawn two amount columns in each side, where the first amount column we consider as inner column and the other column is outer column. So here is inner column, this is the outer column. So columns are clear to you. Heading is income and expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2017. Column expenditure rupees, income rupees. Let's study with this chapter, this account. So before we start this account, some important things we must know. That is, income and expenditure account is a revenue account. We have studied what is capital and revenue items. So one thing we have to remember, income and expenditure account is a revenue account. That means that there are no capital items to be recorded in income and expenditure account, or we have to record only revenue items in this account. That is one thing. Second important thing we have to remember is income and expenditure account is prepared only for the current year. So we should not record the entries of previous year and entries of next year. But if there are any entries, then we have to minus the previous year items, we have to minus the next year items. If there are any current year items, we have to add them. So there is a rule we got. If there are any previous year items given in the problem, you minus it. Any items given for the next year, you minus it. Any items given for the current year, you take into account. So two things we understood. It is a revenue account, only revenue items are recorded. Second thing, we are recording the items of only current year. So if there are any previous year items or next year items given in the problem, we are deducting it. So one more thing, how to start with this account? One more thing we have to remember, income and expenditure account does not start with any balance brought down. Okay, there is no opening balance in income and expenditure account. If we see the receipts and payments account given in the problem, there is two balance brought down. Okay, that means receipts and payments account always starts with the opening balance, but income and expenditure account, it does not start with any opening balance. So this is one more thing we have to remember. The other thing to be remembered is how to prepare this account. This account is prepared by looking at the receipts and payments account given in the problem. So we have to start income and expenditure account by looking at the receipts and payments account given in the problem. Okay. In receipts and payments account, remember there are both capital and revenue items. We said in our theory, receipts and payments account includes both capital and revenue items. Income and expenditure account includes only revenue items. So now, income and expenditure account is prepared by looking at the receipts and payments account, where in receipts and payments account, both revenue and capital items are there. Among those, we should not take any capital items to the income and expenditure account. We have to take only revenue items. We have to select the revenue items from the receipts and payments account, and we have to prepare the income and expenditure account. All the capital items which we are not including in this account, they will go to the balance sheet. That we'll see later. Now, so much is understood to you. One thing, income and expenditure account is a revenue account. It does not start with any opening balance. It is prepared by looking at the receipts and payments account, and it does not include any items of previous year or next year. So let's start with the problem. So I said already you have to prepare this account by looking at the given receipts and payments account. Just see this. And before I start, one more important thing I have to quote you. We are asked to prepare two accounts, that is income and expenditure account and balance sheet. And any item, if you are taking from the opening balance sheet or receipts and payments account, it should come once in the financial statement. That means any item you select from the receipts and payments account or opening balance sheet given in the problem. And when you enter it, if it is a revenue item, it should come to the income and expenditure account. If it is a capital item, take it to the balance sheet. But anyway, once it has to appear, an item should appear only once, either in the income and expenditure account if it is a revenue, or in the balance sheet if it is a capital item. But we studied last year that given adjustments should always appear twice. Adjustment should be recorded 2 times. Once we have to record in the income and expenditure account, second time we have to record it in the balance sheet. So keep these things in mind. That means any item taken from opening balance sheet and receipts and payments account, it should appear only once if it is revenue in the income and expenditure account, if it is capital in the balance sheet. But adjustment item should appear twice, once in income and expenditure account and once in the balance sheet. So this is the introduction before we start the income and expenditure account. So let's start with the solution. So have a look at there. I hope you have the books with you. Okay, look at there. The first question to you. We are starting now income and expenditure account. From the problem, what I have to see first? Which account I have to see? Whether opening balance sheet or receipts and payments account or adjustments. Of course, I have to see the receipts and payments account, and I have to start with the income and expenditure account. Let's see the receipts and payments account given in the problem. So see there, receipts and payments account for the year ending 31/3/2017 is given. Same date we have written here also, income and expenditure account for the year ending 31/3/2017. Look at the receipts and payments account. So there are two sides, receipts and payments. So let's start with the receipts side first. We look into the receipts side. So see there, what's the first item given on the receipts and payments account on the receipts side? The first item is to balance brought down. They have given the amount 7,300. It is the opening balance sheet, opening balance of receipts and payments account. What we said about income and expenditure account, it does not start with any opening balance. So we are not taking that item because it is the opening balance. So if you have a pen or pencil with you, put a small wrong mark there because we are not taking that item. Hope you understood. What is that to balance brought down? It is nothing but the opening cash balance. See the receipts and payments account on the credit side, at the end there is one item given. By balance carry down 7,700. That is called closing cash balance. So to balance brought down means opening cash balance. By balance carried down given at the end means it is closing cash balance. Okay. So let's move on. So this is clear to you that first item to balance brought down we are not taking. Move on to the next item on the receipt side. The next item is two subscriptions 38,000. So whenever you take an item, first ask a question to yourself. Is it a revenue item or capital item? We have studied in the last class. Capital item means which is non-recurring in nature, which doesn't repeat again and again. Revenue items repeatedly they occur. So if it is a capital item, take it to the balance sheet, closing balance sheet. If it is a revenue item, enter it in the income and expenditure account. So see this. What's the first item? Subscription. Is it a revenue item or capital item? Subscription means the annual fee received by a NPO from its members. Every year it is received. So it is a revenue item and it has to go to the income and expenditure account. So it is a receipt. And one more thing we have to remember, when we pass the entries from one account to another account, it always comes on the reverse side. That also you have to remember. But that doesn't apply to balance sheet. Balance sheet, when we prepare liabilities, we record on the liabilities itself. Assets on the asset side. But other accounts, so from any account, when we transfer an entry to another account, it should always come to the opposite side. So subscriptions, we considered it as a revenue item. So as it is revenue item, I have to record it in the income and expenditure account on the reverse side, opposite side. There it is given in the debit side. So now I have to record it on the credit side. As I am writing on the credit side, I have to use the word buy subscriptions. I have to write. So let's write it. Hope you also have written in your notes. Okay, so buy subscriptions you have written. Before writing the amount, given amount is 38,000. Ask one question to yourself. Are there adjustments related to this item? Where we have to find out the adjustments. One is you have to check the adjustments given. At the same time, there can be previous year's adjustments. So, previous year adjustments we will get in the previous balance sheet or opening balance sheet. So, in two places you have to check, are there any related items to subscription? Check in the adjustments as well as the opening or previous year balance sheet given to you. So, let's first see in the opening balance sheet. Can you find a subscription there on the liability side or asset side? I think on the asset side there is a subscription. Outstanding subscription amount given is 1,200. So it is there is an item related to subscription. Once again, just see the adjustments. Are there any items related to subscription? There are two adjustments. Number 1 and number 2. What's the first adjustment given? Subscription outstanding for the year 2017 is rupees 3,000. What's the other adjustment given? Subscription received in advance for the year 2018 is rupees 1,000. So totally we got 3 items related to subscription. One is in the opening balance sheet or previous year balance sheet. 2 items are there in the adjustments. We have to see if there are adjustments, we have to write the given amount of receipts and payments account in the inner column. If there are no other items related to the item, then we directly write the amount on the outer column. As there are 3 related items to subscription, the given amount in the receipts and payments account, that is 38,000, we are writing it in the inner column. So write that down. So you have written 38,000. Now, we'll take the adjustments. What has happened, we'll see. So, in the opening balance sheet or previous year balance sheet, there is outstanding subscription. So, what do you think? Is it the subscription of current year or last year? It is of the last year. So in the beginning what I said, income and expenditure account, we have to take only the items related to the current year. If there are previous year items, minus it. If there are next year items, minus it. If there are current year items, you add it. Okay. So in the opening balance sheet or previous year balance sheet, we are given outstanding subscription of 1,200, which is the item or subscription related to previous year, last year. So what we have to do? We have to minus it. So let's minus it. So let's write less previous year. So less previous year. What is the amount of that? 1,200. Okay. Continue. See the adjustments. In the adjustments, the first adjustment related to subscription. Subscription outstanding for the year 2017 is rupees 3,000. Subscription outstanding for the year 2017. 17 is which year? Current year. So what do I have to do with the current year item? I have to add. So add current year. What's the amount? It is 3,000. Second adjustment. Subscription received in advance for the year 2018 is 1,000. 2018 is next year. So what I have to do? I have to deduct. So let's next year. What's the amount? 1,000. So all related items of subscriptions are over. Now take a total to the outer column. You have to remember there are some deductions, there is one addition. So do it in your calculator. 38,000 less minus 1,200 plus 3,000 minus 1,000. The answer, whatever you get, you write it in the outer column. The answer is 38,800. So one item is over. Now what we have to do is, you from your pen or pencil, you just put the tick marks, small tick marks, wherever you have taken the item, from wherever you have taken the item. So first, the subscription, from where you took receipts and payments account. So there you put a small tick mark. That item is over. Because next time, one more time we are not touching that item. Next, this was previous year balance sheet. There was outstanding subscription 1,200. Put a tick mark to that also. To the item you put the tick mark. Next one. Add current year. That was in the adjustment number 1. That is over 1. Put the tick mark. Then next year less. That is second adjustment. So there also put a small tick mark. Why we are putting tick mark is in the beginning of the problems, let's put a tick mark just to get practice. Later we'll understand. Okay. So once we have put the tick mark, once again we are not taking that item except adjustment. Adjustment should come twice. So 2 times we have to put the tick mark. Once it will take in the income and expenditure account, next time it should go to the balance sheet. So let's continue now. Look at the next item. What is given? 2 entrance fees. Here in the receipts and payments account receipt side, 2 entrance fees is given. About entrance fees and donations, usually in the adjustments, they will tell you what you have to do. Whether you have to consider it as a revenue item or capital item. In this problem, just see the adjustment number 4. They have given us capitalized entrance fees. Underline the word capitalized. So they have specifically asked you to capitalize entrance fees. That means entrance fees is considered in this problem as capital item. Sometimes in some problems they give you treat entrance fees as revenue item. For donations and entrance fees always they give some specification. And suppose if they have not given you any specification, then you consider it as revenue item. Hope you understood. But in this problem there is no such case. they have specifically said entrance fees are to be treated as capital item. So it will not come now. It will go to the balance sheet because capital items are entered on the balance sheet. Okay, so leave it now. Next one, don't put the tick mark, leave it. Next one, to sale of old newspapers. As the word, as we said, it is given old. So what we have to do with the old word? It is a revenue item or capital item? Revenue item. So let's tick it and we'll write it. Here, as it is revenue, it goes to income and expenditure account, right on the opposite side. So this side I will write credit side. So what is the item given? By sale of old newspapers. You write the full form. What's the amount? 200. Check, are there any adjustments related to that? Either in the opening balance sheet or in the adjustments? No. So nowhere adjustments related or anything related to sale of old newspaper is given. So as there are no adjustments related to that, we can write the amount directly on the outer column. So you have put a tick mark there to sale of newspaper and it is 200 and writing on the outer column. Next point. To sale of old sports materials. Again the word has come old. So I said when the word is given old, we consider it as a revenue item. So put the tick mark, as it is revenue item, it comes here. By sale of old sports materials. By sale of old sports materials. You write the full forms, don't write the short forms in the exam. This is very important. You should not use short forms. Okay. By sale of old sports materials. We have to check, are there any adjustments or related entries related to sale of old sports materials. Listen, there are items in the opening balance sheet as well as in the receipts and payments account or adjustments related to sports materials. But that sports materials is considered separately. They are capital items. Here it is old sports materials which are of no use. Okay, so as it is old, we don't compare it or we don't connect it to the remaining sports materials. So it is separately considered as a revenue item. So we are not coming that sports materials, we are taking directly to the balance sheet as asset. So now sale of old sports materials, there are no items related to old sports materials. Therefore, we are writing the amount in the outer column. What's the amount? It is 1,200 direct in the outer column and put a tick mark to that item, that is over. Next one, rent, to rent. Is it a revenue item or capital item? Is it paid regularly or very rarely? It is paid regularly. So what we have to write? It is considered as revenue item. So opposite side, by rent. By rent. Check, are there any related items in the previous balance sheet and adjustments? I think we are not finding anything. So there are no related items there. So directly we can write the amount in the outer column. Put the tick mark 7,000. That's over. Okay. So I think now receipts and payments account, only entrance fees is remaining. That will go to the balance sheet. Come to the payment side. Okay. In the payment side, same calculation, same type of treatment. Okay, on the payment side, the first item is by salary. So right on the salary, is it a revenue item or capital item? It is paid regularly, so it is a revenue item. So right on the opposite side. So there it is given on the credit side. So it will come here on the reverse side, that is debit side. So as it is debit side, we are using the word to salary. To salary. Okay. Now check, are there any related items in the opening balance sheet and given adjustments? I think there is one item in the opening balance sheet, liability side. In the previous year balance sheet, it is given outstanding salary 2,000. So that is the item related to which year? Previous year. So what we said, we have to add it or we have to deduct it. We have to deduct it because it is previous year. So before that, as there is adjustment, the given salary amount of receipts and payments account, we have to write in which column? As there is adjustment related item, we have to write it in the inner column. So what's the amount of salary given in the payment side of receipts and payments account? It is 10,000. So put a tick mark there for salary because we are taking it now. It is 10,000. Write it in the inner column. Okay. Related item is given in the previous year balance sheet. Liability side, outstanding salary. That also we are taking it now. So put a tick mark. And as it is previous year, it is add or less? Less. So less previous year. Less previous year. What's the amount? 2,000. Check the adjustments. Are there any related adjustments for outstanding salary related to salary? I think there are no adjustments related to salary. So let's take the amount to the outer column. 10,000 minus 2,000 to the outer column 8,000. Next item. By purchase of sports materials. Have you put the tick mark to salary? Okay, that's over. Next. By purchase of sports materials. Sports materials is an asset to us. It's a fixed asset. So it is a capital item and it goes to the balance sheet. We are not writing it now. So leave it. It goes to the balance sheet. Next item. By investment. Investment is also related to fixed assets. So it also goes to the balance sheet. It is a capital item. We are investing the money for a long term. So they are the capital item and it goes to the balance sheet. So don't write it now. Next one. By fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is also kept for a long period of time in the bank. So it is also considered to be a capital item. It is an asset to us. So it goes to the balance sheet. So don't write it now. Leave it. Next item. By postage. Postal expenses. It is a revenue item because it's a small amount and we have to keep on posting some letters and also it's a small item, so considered to be a revenue item. So put the tick mark there. We are writing it in income and expenditure account on the opposite side. So to postage. Is there any related items to the postage? Because we have to write the amount if there is any related item or adjustment in the inner column. If not, we are writing on the outer column. So see the old balance sheet given. Is there any postage? No. In the adjustments, are there any items related to postage? No. So let's write it in the outer column 300. You put the tick mark. Okay, move on. Next one. To general expenses, other expenses or general expenses. General expenses, they occur regularly. Okay, so it is considered to be a revenue item. So put the tick mark. General expenses is a revenue item on the opposite side. To general expenses. Check, are there any related items to this in the previous year balance sheet and adjustments? I think there are no items related to that. So let's put the tick mark and we'll write it on the outer column. Amount is 400. Next item. The next item is by lighting charges. Lighting. So we use the bulbs. So lighting charges or electricity charges we say. Electricity charges, we have to keep on paying the electricity bill. So it is a revenue item. So we are writing it in the income and expenditure account. So put the tick mark by lighting charges it is given. Let's put the tick mark and write it on the opposite side. It will become 2 lighting charges. an adjustment or item related to lighting charges given in the old balance sheet and adjustments. I think in the old balance sheet there are no items related to lighting, but in the adjustments there is an entry related to that. That is the fifth one. Outstanding lighting charges rupees 300. Put a tick mark there. So now the present lighting charges amount we have to write in the inner column. So what's the amount given on the receipts and payments account for lighting charges? 1,300. Write in the inner column. And we have already ticked the adjustment number 5. What was it? Outstanding lighting charges. We studied last year. Any outstanding items added. Any prepaid items deducted. So that's opposite. Outstanding add, prepaid less. So it is outstanding, it is of the current year, so we are adding it. So add outstanding lighting charges or add outstanding. Write the full form. Add outstanding. Outstanding lighting charges you write. Add outstanding lighting charges. What's the amount? 300. Write in the inner column. So over, no other items related to the lighting charges. Take it to the outer column. It is add, so it will become 1,600. Okay, come back. So lighting charges here, put the tick mark. Last item, it is by balance carry down. I told you, what if to balance brought down and by balance carried down given in the receipts and payments account? To balance brought down given in the receipts and payments account is opening cash balance, whereas by balance carried down given in the receipts and payments account is closing cash balance. And cash, when we say cash in hand or cash at bank, it is an asset to us. So as it is an asset, it should go to the balance sheet. So that item we consider it as a capital item. So we write it in the balance sheet because cash is an asset which has to be written on the asset side of the balance sheet. So we are not taking it now. Okay, over. So what are the remaining items in the receipts and payments account? Just see what items we have not ticked. On the debit side, I think entrance fees is not ticked. On the credit side, we have not ticked the purchase of sports materials, investments, fixed deposits, and by balance carried out. They go to the balance sheet. So all items from the receipts and payments account we have written. Then later we said, before we started the solution, we said all adjustments should come twice in the account. Once in income and expenditure account, once in the balance sheet. Now, some items we have written already in the income and expenditure account. But there are some items remaining to be entered in the income and expenditure account given in the adjustments. So therefore I asked you to put a tick mark so that we can make out easily which items are remaining. So adjustment items, it must come once in the income and expenditure account, again in the balance sheet. So have a look at this. The first one we have put the tick mark, adjustment number 1. Adjustment number 2 is put the tick mark. Adjustment number 3, this we have not written. So what is it? Depreciate sports materials by rupees 5,000. Underline the word depreciation. Depreciate. Sports materials, of course, it is an asset, it goes to the balance sheet. But the depreciation, it is a revenue item, we said. Every year we are charging depreciation. So therefore underline depreciation. Depreciation is a revenue item. So once it has to come to income and expenditure account. So it is an expenditure or income. I told you it is actually not an expenditure. It is a loss. But as it is loss, we write it along with the expenditure because expenses and losses are written together. So depreciation we consider here as an expenditure and we write on the expenditure side or debit side. So put the tick mark there at adjustment, depreciate sports materials. It is given by rupees 5,000. So write on the debit side, tick that to depreciation on food materials. What is the amount given? 5,000. Directly write on the outer column. So third adjustment is over. Fourth one, it is not actually an adjustment. It is just a statement. You just see this. They have just said capitalize entrance fees. It is a statement or it is a note. So we don't consider it as an adjustment. So don't put the tick mark to that. Leave it. Okay. Next one. Number 5. Outstanding lighting charges, that is recorded. So I think all items which are revenue in nature, we have recorded from the receipts and payments account and adjustment. So that is over. So recording the items is finished. Now we have to balance the account. We have to see which side total is more. Okay. When we look into this, I feel this side balance is more, this side total is more. So we will surely get the balance on this side. So the side A, the amount, total amount or outer column, you have to see, not the inner column. The side A, the outer column total is less. That side we have to write the balance. We are getting the balance. And we are not calling that as balance carried out like in receipts and payments account. We said income and expenditure account is prepared to find out surplus or deficit. You remember? Surplus means positive balance. Deficit means negative balance. Okay. When we get surplus, if the income side total is more than the expenditure side, the balance, income minus expenses, the balance is surplus. If the expenses are more than the income, we get the balance on the other side, that is considered to be deficit. Okay. So in this problem, the credit side or income side total is more. Incomes are more, expenditure are less. So we are getting the balance on this. When incomes are more, expenditures are less, the balance is called surplus. So either you can write to surplus as balance, or you can write excess of income over expenditure. So as it is given in your book, excess of income over expenditure, let me use the same term, that is 2. As we are getting balance on this side, we are writing to excess of income over expenditure. In the bracket you write surplus. You can use the word surplus also, or to be perfect you can write to excess of income over expenditure. Next line, see the side, both sides, and put the total mark. So we'll put the total mark only to the outer column. So put the total mark on the same line on the credit side also, only to the outer column. Okay. Now take your calculator and add the credit side outer column amount. Add it. I think you are getting 47,200 as total. 47,200. Write the same total on the debit side also. Okay. Now from 47,200 minus the debit side, outer column figures. Your balance is 31,900. So write it in the inner outer column where you have written surplus, excess of income over expenditure. That column you have write. It is 31,900. So this is the surplus amount we got. So now one question, one theory question we have answered here. What is the purpose of preparing income and expenditure account? What should be your answer? Income and expenditure account is prepared to find out surplus or deficit. So we have got surplus in this problem, and this surplus, it will go to the balance sheet where we add it to the capital fund. So there will be an item on the liability side, capital fund. So we have to transfer the 31,900 surplus to that capital fund when we prepare the balance sheet. So I hope you understood this income and expenditure account. So let's move on to the balance sheet now.